PCN means a community who shares the same passion for Filipino culture. And in PSAC, we learn to teach each other about Filipino historical events and cultural dances. So not only is it a place for us to learn about the culture, but it's also a place for us to build new friendships. And this is my fourth year doing PCN, and the very first time I did it was in my first year at Sac State. So before joining this organization, I actually wasn't very familiar with anything related to Filipino culture. And so once I joined PSAC, it allowed me to learn about Filipino culture, which is something that's not taught while growing up in school. And so once I joined, I started learning about the different cultural dances and the different suites that we have, and also the only cultural dance I think I knew of before joining was tinikling, and so I had no idea that there were so many other dances. And I also learned about historical Filipino events such as the farm worker movement, which is also something I actually didn't learn until going to college. So there were a lot of challenges when it came to planning a virtual PCN. We had to find a video editor and figure out how to make our script work in a virtual setting. We also had to figure out the best way to distribute costumes to our performers who needed them. And we also needed to figure out a way that we can have good communication with all the members, since we would not be meeting in person at all. And I think the biggest challenge that we faced this year was recruiting performers for a PCN. So because of COVID, a lot of people were hesitant to join, especially because no one was really sure what everything was going, like how everything was going to work, since everything was up in the air for a while. And since we're currently in a pandemic and we have never done a virtual show before, so it made sense that a lot of people weren't sure whether or not they wanted to join yet. And so I'm just glad that we were able to overcome this challenge by reaching out to the other Philams and just promoting our club as best as we could. So I joined PCN in my first year because of the experiences I heard from friends that attended other schools who previously participated in their school's PCN. And so they would always talk to me about how it's a good way to meet people and that they were able to make all these new friends. And most importantly, they got to learn about and feel connected to Filipino culture. So after I joined my first year, I continued to participate in PCN because of how welcoming all the members were. So I joined Sac State's PCN not knowing anybody, and by the end of PCN, I was able to talk to so many different people. That's actually where I met Myleen, my co-coordinator, and we're actually like really good friends. We talk like every day. It's crazy. And so I also wanted to continue joining PCN for the other years because I wanted to share the experience that I had, and I wanted new members coming in to feel how welcoming the organization was as well.
So, joining PCN my first year in 2017, 2018, I never knew how much of an impact that it would make to my life at Sac State and my personal life too. So, it has really brought me to become more connected with not only my Filipino culture, but the Philam community that's around me. In my experience, the Filipino culture is all about family and making a community with the people that's around you. So that is how PCN has helped me to connect with my Filipino culture. Going into college, I really wanted to be able to find friends that I could truly feel at home with and make a family with. And PCN has definitely given me that chance to create that sort of bond with people. So I continued to join PCN each year because I always found myself getting really excited for the PCN season to begin. It gave me a way to create memories that I know I will definitely cherish for a long time. And it also gave me the chance to perform for people too, which I truly enjoy. And it was really fun to have the chance to perform with friends that I've grown with throughout the years and have the chance to make memories with them on and off the stage. So, PCN is special to me because I never thought that I would go from performer to cultural director and then ending as a coordinator, one of the coordinators of the event. So I feel like it has taught me not only a lot about myself, but about the Filipino culture and how beautiful it truly is. Whether it be the dances, the histories, the stories, or the talent of the performers, we have so many stories that have been told and will be told in the coming years. And I just think that being given that opportunity to share our culture with the community is something that is so, so special, and that without a doubt should continue for a long time.
This is my first year doing PCN, and to me PCN means being able to share the Filipino culture alongside other people who appreciate the culture just as much as I do. PSAC has helped me connect with the Filipino culture by teaching me the traditions and about the culture in general. Since I'm in the cultural section, it's been interesting to learn about the different dances and about the different stories they each tell, and then being able to tell those stories by performing the dances. I joined PCN because I used to be in the Tinikling Club in high school, and I absolutely loved performing and being around the other club members, and I was super worried that I wouldn't be able to perform or be part of another club like that after I graduated. So when I found that PCAC did more dances than Tinikling, I knew I just had to join. What makes PCN special to me are the people who are in PSAC and the people who support us. Even though we've only been able to connect virtually, it's been amazing being able to get to know everyone and to just be around other people who all appreciate the culture together.
PCN, or Filipino Culture Night, at Sac State is typically a scripted play along with choral and dance performances, so there's modern and cultural dances. And it's not only like a culmination of our hard work as students. You know, we study and then we go to practice, but it's also our personalities, our hard work, our lived personal experiences. It reaches back into our history as Filipinos or Filipino Americans, and it also teaches us like things about our culture that we didn't really think about before. It gives more insight, or even we have members that are not Filipino, and they are encouraged, they feel more encouraged that I've spoken to look more into their own culture, and I think that's really wonderful. So this org helps me connect with Filipino culture because it not only speaks to my own lived experiences or my peers' lived experiences, but also recognizing the experiences of the past generations before me, and I really resonate with that through cultural dance, especially through my grandmother. She did that in the Philippines as well, but it helps me recognize that not all the dances are just super fun and just colorful to be colorful, but there was a culture behind it, there was a history behind it. What time period was it in the Philippines? And what was their values, you know, like for death, for fertility, for celebration, things like that. I just really resonated with that, and I wanted to learn more with this org, and I really did. I couldn't say any words. What makes PCN special to me is, well, while we are on campus, it was like blowing off steam from school. I get to see my friends. We're all going to do this thing. It was just really fun to get together. And getting a little more deeper into it, yeah, I got to learn more about my culture, and it really made me feel like I was growing as a person somehow. Like, not just like academically, but like somehow within myself. Yeah, I think it's special to me in that way as well. All the late nights was fun, they were fun. You know, maybe after practice, after the performance itself, getting food with family or friends, that was fun.
PCN means a lot to me because it connects me to my Filipino roots. I came here to Sacramento when I was 10, and I haven't been back ever since. And I really miss it. And PCN brings a lot of people together by having different sections. We have modern, cultural, stage acting, and it all incorporates our Filipino culture in it. And it's really amazing seeing our youth still practicing our culture. This is actually my first year at PCN. We started around January, February, or actually around January I started crafting the script and then finished till February. And then ever since then it's been amazing, right? With a lot of people I've learned a lot. This organization has really connected me to my Filipino culture and also my Filipino American culture. You know, being in a different home doesn't mean that we stray away from our culture, origin. This also helps us give a chance to bring us all together and, you know, like pass down our traditions, our cultures to the younger generations. And, you know, it's pretty awesome. Due to the pandemic in 2020, we weren't able to do PCN at all in person because everything went virtual. So they decided that it would be better and safer for everyone to not do it. So this year, everyone still decided that they still want to do it, and with that being said, it had to happen virtually. And it was really hard because usually like dancing, acting, it's all done in person. So it was really hard stitching everything together, but we were able to make it work, having everyone, like teaching everyone from like composition, lighting, just kind of like so they can like position the camera themselves and then like act and then dance and then sing and then just putting all together in editing. It's been such a humbling experience. It's also like helped me with my problem solving skills and really get along with everyone and work with everyone one-on-one and in group settings. It's pretty crazy, right?